All right. Would you be willing to start us off? Would you introduce yourself? Let us know where you're from originally, where you're going to school, and what grade you're in.
Yeah, my name is Salyna Shotwell. I'm from Puyallup, Washington. I go to Life University and I'm a freshman right now.
Okay, awesome. Okay, so from let's start with you're from Washington, you mentioned, which actually has a pretty rich girls wrestling
Yeah.
history to it, which is pretty cool. I didn't even realize that. What brought you to Life U?
Um, like the why did I choose Life University?
Yeah.
A lot of it had to do with so when I was like choosing schools or touring schools, um I did not like a lot of the other schools I toured just because it didn't feel it didn't feel right because Life University, like the area is really nice because it's a lot similar to Washington. Like as far it is from Washington, like I'm literally the farthest I could get from home. It is
Long ways.
very similar looking. And that's why I really liked it. And then obviously I really love my coaches. Like they're a lot better than the coaches. Or like, okay. I wouldn't say that, but yeah.
Okay. Yeah, which I mean your coaching staff, I'm a huge fan. What is it like to be coached by them?
um, it's really cool. I mean, Christian really he understands the way I wrestle, so he helps a lot. And Ashley, she's good at getting me to, focus down and do like the little nitty gritty things. I've changed completely in how I wrestle since being here. Like I think I've changed so much.
And I mean, and they both just seem so like genuine
Yeah,
and caring. And not only like just you as a person, but even like you said, like to get the most out of you as a wrestler. Like they wear it on their sleeves, which is a lot of fun.
yeah,
I love following your guys' program. There's a lot of passion behind it. Definitely has that family atmosphere and that family vibe, which is really cool. Now let's get into. I mean, obviously your goals are pretty big for you right now. I mean, it's pretty
yeah,
cut and dry. What I mean, you want to win a national
yeah,
championship, right? And
absolutely.
that's
Yeah,
what you're chasing for. And you've had pretty solid season. And you've even had the chance to wrestle some of the best of the best, not only in NAIA but even just wrestling in general.
yeah,
Which getting, I think it was at man, I can't remember now. In Missouri, oh, Mo Valley, you
yeah,
have
yeah,
right in the finals, right? Which we got to be at, which was a lot of fun. But um, you I mean, let's talk about that match a little bit. I know that was a ways ago, but you're going against Sage, which
mm-hmm.
I mean, in women's wrestling is a big of a name as it gets right
Yeah,
now, right? And her style is a lot of fun. Uh, and she's a competitor just like you are, but that one obviously goes right down to the wire. What do matches like that do for your confidence and even just for your just for heading into this, what, 2 weeks from now you're going to be wrestling for a national championship? What, I guess, what does that, those types of matches, how do they prepare you and continue to get your mind right for nationals?
I mean, that match was very much like a learning process because especially being like the first tournament out of the season, I um I got excited, like obviously because like within like the last 30 seconds, I was like, oh, I'm winning now, like I'm good, like I just have to stall out for the last 6 seconds, and I got too excited, I got carried away, and like I'm glad that that happened then, so that I know not to let it happen again, keep my head level, so I like throughout my match. Like I feel like I've gotten a lot better at just staying focused. My coaches talk to me a lot because I obviously am like a pinner, so I pin a lot of my matches. So they were like, yeah, you got to understand that, you know, some of these matches you got to win like 4-1. You know, you got to like, you can't always pin and win, you know. You're going to have to like be okay with that like little lead and staying with it. And so I've gotten more comfortable with like feeling good about just scoring one and scoring two instead of straight to pin.
And it's pretty apparent though that you still like to pin people. I mean, that's
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
what
yeah.
the majority of your matches has went that way. Um, but that it also has to do something for your confidence. I mean, obviously she's not in NAIA, but wrestling someone that caliber where for most of the match you have the upper hand, right? And you get,
Hmm.
I don't know if you want to say get caught because I don't think you get caught, but
Yeah,
oh, they're last second, she does what she does, which
yeah,
heartbreaking, but at the same time, it's something that you can learn from, as you
exactly. Yeah.
said. And um, so how, let's say you've been going, um, like after the Nicole Moore match and stuff like that, what do those next week look for you? I mean, how do you rebound, not rebound off of a loss, but do you kind of game plan specifically right after a match, after a loss, like I need to work on this, or do you just continue to just deepen the process and kind of trust the process and just continue to get better?
We go through film, so we like review the match, and they had me working on a lot of like, especially right after that, like defending head and arm throws because I my defense wasn't good, so we definitely worked on like fixing that and focusing because I tend to like use my strength and like just let that lead the match. They had me like focusing down on like, you know, that's not always going to get me there, especially like in that match, like it couldn't stop the throw. So they had me. So we definitely do a lot of film and yeah.
That's cool. That's awesome. And so let's talk about even before Life U. What, tell us a little bit about your story as far as wrestling, like when you got started, how did you get started, and like when did you start wrestling freestyle?
Okay, so I don't have any brothers. I have two older sisters, but neither of them do sports like that. Like neither of them are very athletic. Uh, so obviously, like my dad, like he wanted a son, and he didn't get that. I like growing up, I was very much tomboy. I wore basketball shorts, shopped in the boys section. Like I was very much like his son. So, and he wrestled in high school. So when I was 6, he got me into wrestling for the YMCA. And I was wrestling there and I was doing good. I was beating the boys, you know, it was a big deal. I was like the only girl that wrestled there. And then literally that same season, my coach was like, hey, you should try out freestyle and Greco. So my 6-year-old self was like, all right. And I did it. And I cried every single practice. I quit, stopped wrestling. And then, like, I just quit wrestling. It was devastating. I still have little pictures of me wrestling back then, though. And then I ended up starting again when I was 9. And ever since then, I've been wrestling and I've been doing freestyle. I started freestyle Greco when I was 9 as well, or I might have started a year later, but around the same time frame.
So that's pretty cool. I mean, how much has Greco helped develop you as a wrestler, like having that in your back pocket?
Um, it's yeah, I feel like I've always loved Greco because it's just so different from the other two, and because I'm so strong, I've always like done pretty well at it. Even if I'm not like the best at throws, like I've always just been able to kind of like muscle matches sometimes. But yeah, I feel like it's definitely helped me a lot, especially because I am a hand fighter. So with having Greco, like I feel like that's a lot of it.
Well, and just being comfortable there, like even if that's not where you go to score, like when others are there, like
Hmm.
I mean, man, I see my high school kids, not so much girls, but even the guys, like they just freak out almost, like they're just trying so hard. They get in bad position because they don't want to be there so much. And it's like not
Yeah.
only are they not looking to score in those positions, they're just not even comfortable being in those positions. And like I wish a lot more of my guys would, it's like you don't have to be a world champ at it. Like just
Yeah.
comfortable in those positions. Although, I mean, obviously that would be awesome to be a world champ. But
Yeah.
let's talk about your aspirations like beyond college. Like what does that look like for you? Like going into summer, are you gonna be in US Open, or will you be at Body Bar, or what will that look like?
Yeah, I want to go to a body bar, and I haven't talked to my coaches about what as much as what I'm doing in the summer. We've just kind of been focused on nationals,
Yeah.
but I'm definitely going to be wrestling then. I'm definitely going to go out. I'm trying to I want to make a world team if I can. I want to travel internationally for wrestling. I want that is kind of a big goal of mine, like wrestle internationally. Like that would be fun. But yeah, we'll see what happens, what ends up.
And so what does I mean, not off season, because obviously, like especially with women with freestyle, like it transitions right into it. But what does that look like after school? What does that look like for you? Do you stay around Life U this summer, or do you go back home? Is there a club that you've been working with?
I'll probably go back home and stay there for the summer, and I'll probably wrestle with the same club team I've been wrestling, so Ford Dynasty Wrestling Club.
Okay. Okay, awesome. And you talked about internationally, let's talk about Emma Brunel, right
Yeah.
from Washington. And right now it just seems like it's been fun to see her trajectory. Where I mean, she's kind of a late bloomer of even when she started, and then
Yeah.
but
She's
kind
been
of
killing.
even just throwing herself out there. Man, it just seems like about every week right now, all of a sudden it's like, no,
She's
not
been
only
going
that.
back to back and seeing that.
And I mean, how encouraging is that to not only have someone um from Washington be at that level, but just like in general to see how much it just seemed year after year she's continues to grow in big ways. Like what kind of inspiration is that for you? What kind of like confidence wise, or even
It's definitely it's exciting to see, especially from Washington, and a lot of the people that she trains with back Washington I know, and I feel like I'm pretty sure she's trained with Ford Dynasty as well, like at least done a couple. I know she came over the summer last year for a camp. I wasn't there though, I don't remember, but I know she was there. But it's cool seeing that she's been in we've been in kind of similar situations or same places, and I know that she's close with my coaches, so that's cool. That she calls them all the time to ask for uh you know coaching, and it's cool to know I'm in a good place, that I have those coaches at hand.
yeah, and I mean, and honestly, it seems like her and Ashley have a pretty good relationship as well.
Yeah, they're really close.
Um, I know seems like that's on made her list of wherever she's gonna go. Who knows what's next for? I'm actually excited to see. She's just a cool person, so I'm excited to see
Yeah.
where she lands. But it's fun to see, girls like you. You have obviously teammates like Peyton Presson that have huge goals that are doing great things, and it's cool to see those kind of stories. Though everyone, I mean, everybody's journey is a lot different, but it's regardless who you look at, it's cool to see like, man, the landscape can change so quickly, like
Yeah.
from year to year. And so like you talked about, your goals, aspirations to be on a world team. It's just fun to see like that, man. In one year, everything can look so much different. There's something
Yeah,
can click
literally.
all of a sudden. You have ghosts there or what?
Oh, our lights are censored. So in the dorm, so if I'm not moving enough, they turn off.
But no, it's exciting. It's exciting to see wrestling for, I just feel like for women this year in general has been a whirlwind of so much has happened, and the trajectory is just skyrocketing right now, and which is so fun to see. But next, let's talk a little bit about that dynamic of, obviously now they're husband and wife,
Mhm.
but and they, in a sense, they've all become you guys have all become their family, right? And
Yeah.
um, what what does that mean like for you, especially coming through like the COVID year? Even this year, you guys got it sounded like you got hit pretty hard with COVID and lockdown and stuff like that.
Yeah.
What what has it been like for you personally, and even being so far away from home, to have that kind of family atmosphere and that family vibe?
Honestly, it's really like it's a blessing. Like my team, we are really, I feel like I'm so lucky to have a team like mine because I feel like a lot, like it's hard to have a girls team that like everyone is like, together, Like our team is very like, I mean, you've seen the videos, like we are so much like we have so much love for each other and so much community here that it's really, I know like coming here, like I made a good choice with the college that I chose because like I couldn't have asked for a better team and more loving and like a group of people that just cares about each other regardless of if you're brand new to wrestling. Like we have some girls that are like literally like walk-ons and some girls that are like Jordan Nelson, like, so like it's just everyone is in love with each other and it's just so cool.
That's cool. Um, you have to describe Ashley in one word. I'm going to put you on the spot now. What word would you choose?
um Nitpicky.
That's funny. Christian, Coach Christian.
Soft. He's not a soft. He's not a soft, but like, not okay, not soft. Cuddly, not cuddly. I'm trying to think of like a, cause he is like the most like.
Like
He's
a
not.
big teddy bear, like kind of
Uh-huh.
super
Uh-huh.
loving. Yeah, I could
He's
see
not
that.
soft at all. He's not soft, but.
I know what you're trying. I know what you're saying. But
Yeah.
I mean, how cool is that though? It just seems like to have the full spectrum between the two in your corner. I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
you look at the videos, and I mean, the first one to be full of tears was Christian, right? Which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like it's very loving. So it's fun to have that in your corner. That's super cool.
Yeah.
Who's more competitive between the two?
Um, More competitive. I don't know. Like, what do you mean? Like competitive with each other, or like?
Yeah, with each other. Like
I don't know. I don't
that's
see
probably
them.
silly.
I don't see them compete at all.
Uh, but it's I'm excited for you to kind of continue. I mean, there's you got a lot of good years left, not only
Yeah.
in college but in the international scene, and obviously, you're right there in the national title contention and stuff like that. So it's gonna be fun. It'll be fun to see. You're fun to watch. Even that pin mentality is always fun when you. I mean, it
Yeah.
that are behind it can change in a hurry, right? So that's really cool to see. So I'm excited for you. It'll be fun. Let's go. How cool was it to be a part of that dual championship?
It was emotional. It was so cool. It was probably that is definitely like one of the best experiences I've ever had. Like that was a heart like such like so emotional and so like impactful. Like that is a moment that I'm never gonna be able to forget. You know?
And that had to been played a factor too. Like only you said, obviously it felt like home for you, the way that it was. But I mean, there's no hiding, like they're a good team, right? Like
Mhm.
that had to play a pretty big factor in you, or not really?
Oh, like that life was good?
Yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah. I mean, that definitely helps. Like,
I was gonna say like it's cool too. Like obviously, and then you guys duel in Campbellsville again. Not long after that,
mhm.
another really competitive duel. But it's man, NAIA is special. Like I think that's one of the things that even as I started this up, that it's like I want people to see like how good these girls are and how good these teams are. Like, and it'll be fun to see like it'll be interesting to see how much changes as they continue to get more Iowas and teams like that sanctioned have girls wrestling program or women's wrestling programs or whatever. But when you have staffs, I look I look around and some of the staffs that are in the NAI programs right now are they're elite. They just are.
Yeah,
And when you're wrestling freestyle and it transitions to obviously trying to make international teams, like it doesn't matter if you're NAIA or whatever, like it. So it'll be interesting to see. I think you'll still see those programs that are going to continue to thrive as life has.
yeah,
Campbellsville has been pretty good. There's some young programs that are coming up and top, and obviously you have the Kinks and the McKendrys. Um, I hope, and I think they will. I hope for just wrestling's sake that people don't get so caught up in the D1 thing that they forget. Like, yeah,
yeah,
your best version of yourself can be at LifeU, can be at King and those places because man, those staffs are incredible. Um,
yeah.
so
Literally.
it'll be fun. It's gonna be exciting. It's gonna be a great uh couple weeks for you. So what does that look like for you right now? Like as you're preparing, like what's your mindset as you go into nationals? Have things tweaked a little bit? Are you trying to kind of fine tune, or like how do you approach these next couple weeks?
Um, well, see, my conditioning is good right now, so it's definitely more like we get like a list every week of like things that like little things we need to work on, and we just really focus down on that and a lot of one-on-ones and just like yeah, like doubling down and making sure like we are ready because like all this season, like coach has been telling us like it's not important to be a national champ right now, like but now it is getting to that time that we gotta be ready for nationals. So we're definitely like this upcoming week we have it's like what is it called? um I forget what it's called. But this week we have like these 2 days where it's like a hell practice. Like it's like hard. And fuck, I forget what it's called. But but yeah, so this week we have like two practices that are like literally like just like death. Like she was like, you're gonna see Jesus, but it's okay. So and then after that it's just like focusing on like obviously still every week we're just really doubling down on like learning the moves and getting like the little critiques done.
Awesome. Um, well, like I said, I look forward to getting to watch you wrestle down there. We know you're right there. You're super talented, so it'll be fun to see how that shakes out. A lot of those weight classes just seem like, with the exception of maybe a couple, it's like a coin toss, right? I mean, everyone's right there, and
Yeah,
that's even kind of the beauty of freestyle in general is, things can change so quickly, exposures, touch falls, stuff like that. So, I mean, that'll be a lot of fun. I mean, I look forward to it. I wish I was there. We were gonna be there, Fargo. I mean, North Dakota's not that far, but we have Big Tens, and then we're going to US Open, and
Oh
there's
yeah.
she's wrestling, and kind of it's right around her, like my daughter wrestles, it's right around a bunch of her state tournaments, like club stuff. So
Oh yeah.
like we better try to do that. But we'll be watching for sure, and we'll be pulling for you guys. Continue to kick butt, stay healthy. Praying for you guys. Ashley's a dear friend, so and
Yeah.
Christian, so it's been a lot of fun to just kind of get to see a program through those eyes. It's like, yeah, we're root for them always. So thank you for taking time to jump on with me. It's last minute, and I really appreciate that. And like I said, good luck, stay healthy, and
Yeah.
for you guys.
Thank you, and good luck to your daughter.
Thank you. I'll make sure I tell her that. Appreciate it.